Voters will choose between former U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions and former Auburn head football coach Tommy Tuberville to be the Republican Senate candidate. Secretary of State John Merrill joins us now to talk more about what we can expect. Thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Oh, I'm delighted to be your guest.
What are some of the changes that voters can expect when they head to the polls tomorrow?
Well, there are a number of things that voters will see that are different than what they usually experience when they go to the polls. Most notably is that all the poll workers will be wearing masks. They'll be wearing non-latex gloves. There'll be disinfectant wipes everywhere. There'll be sanitizing spray everywhere, and there'll be hand sanitizer for everyone to use. You also need to note that after the election's over tomorrow, beginning Wednesday, all 1,980 polling sites in the state will be cleaned and sanitized to their pre-election condition.
How have poll workers been trained under these new conditions?
Yes, they certainly have, and all of our probate judges in all 67 counties have been working extraordinarily hard with our poll workers, our polling inspectors, our poll captains to make sure that everything is in order and that there will be a successful administration of the election tomorrow.
We know that runoff elections tend to have lower voter turnout. Is there concern that that issue will be amplified because of the coronavirus pandemic?
Well, it's difficult to say. We anticipate between 17 and 22% of our 3,608,731 registered voters will actually go to the polls tomorrow. And that is going to be a number that'll be slightly less than what we experienced in March. But nevertheless, we've broken every record in the history of the state for participation in absentee balloting, with more than 44,000 absentee ballots being requested and almost 30,000 being returned.
Madison County is under a mandatory mask order, but voters in Madison County are not required to wear masks at the polls. What is the situation surrounding that?
Well, I think it's important to note that nobody can be kept away from the polls because they don't have a face mask or a facial covering. Even though it's been strongly encouraged by Dr. Fauci, by Dr. Scott Harris, our state health officer, CDC guidelines, it's encouraged to wear a mask, but no one can be denied access because they don't have a mask.
Anything else that would be important for people to know as they head to the polls tomorrow?
Well, just be prepared to social distance, be prepared to get there early and to cast your ballot for the candidate of your choice. And we look forward to seeing you at the polls.
Secretary of State John Merrill, thank you so much for your time tonight.
Great to be with y'all.